my boss and tell me that there's a very big wave hit Phuket and just only one tourist lost.
Those first reports are hopelessly wrong. At beaches all along the Thai coast, few people realise what it means when the ocean rolls back a kilometre.
And it was so low that we saw fish flickering on the sand. So people went down to the seabed to collect fish.
Simon Lee, a policeman from New South Wales. He's taking photos on Patong Beach with his family when it dawns on him that this is more than just a low tide.
Well, my heart was pounding because I remember an incident at Papua New Guinea a few years ago where maybe a similar thing happened. And I thought, it must be an earthquake out there in the ocean. And we had to get out of there. So we ran. If we had been any slower, we would have certainly died. It's a matter of life and death.
And to those people behind you?
Yes, same fate. I fear the worst for them. They would have drowned.
Yeah, the water had gone. There was nothing in the bay. It was just the sand and coral sticking out. I looked out further and I could see a white line and you could see a white wall of water. Raced down the stairs. By the time I got to the bottom of the stairs, the water was already going past the building. And all I knew was that the girls were by the pool.
We were just like having a good time at the pool and then people running back and they're screaming like saying, the sea's coming, the sea's coming.
And so a man ran back to the hotel. I said, Sarah, grab your clothes and just run.
The Van Uden family flees back up to their 6th floor hotel room as the second wave approaches Patong.
I looked out to sea and I could see the next wave coming and it was huge. And I saw this gentleman laying on the ground and I presume it was his wife because she was the one that was screaming. And I went over there, I felt his pulse, felt his heart, and he was dead. And I feel sick even now thinking about the fact that I didn't know what to do, whether I tried to get her to come with me, but she was hysterical and she wouldn't come with me. And I reckon she would have definitely got killed in that particular wave.
Simon Lee and his family seek refuge on a 1st floor balcony. He's hoping it doesn't collapse in the flood.
What are the children doing?
They were asking me, what's going to happen, Papa, what's going to happen? And I said to them, I said to Nadine, I said, I'm sorry, I take you here. We might not survive this, but please stay together, hold hands, stay together. And if you have to go, we go together.
Ian Dick is riding a scooter into Patong, unaware the first wave has just gone through. He finds a man trapped in an overturned car.
He's saying, get me out, get me out. I said, I'll get you out. And I grabbed him by the arms and he moved and I moved and I managed to pull him out through the windscreen, got him out. And I mean, his words to me when I'd pulled him out, his first words were, I didn't even see it coming. I didn't know it hit me.
Do you think he would have survived if you hadn't rescued him?
No, not after what I'd seen. I seen 10-metre waves later on. And then I just said, we've got to get out of here. And I just snapped them all out of their trance, all the people around me, and just screamed at them to run.
Sydney couple Nick and Kirsty Brady are honeymooning on Phuket.
And all of a sudden it just started racing in and it started blowing the deck chairs. I mean, big, heavy wooden deck chairs were just flying up into the air and the people on them were just getting tossed about. And we realised that the water wasn't going to stop, and so we turned and started running.
Caught by the waves, they're swept against a concrete column. It stops them being dragged out to sea.
The water just streamed past us, nearly going out as fast as it came in. And that's when we were lucky the column was in front of us. It was pushing us hard up against the column and we couldn't move.
Australian restaurant owner Richard Anthony watches from above Kamilar Beach on Phuket as tourists and local people are swept into the ocean.
My initial thought was go down there and do what you can. And then something just told me back, I'm not too sure why, but my initial thought was, hang on a second, just wait.
And of course, if you had gone down there,
Yeah.
in all likelihood, you wouldn't be here now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
What's inside?
Further north on the luxury resort strip of Thailand's Khao Lak beach, tourists stand and watch as the waves approach.
What's inside?
ฝรั่งเยอะ
I saw all the white tourists running out to watch the wave
เขา
as
วิ่ง
it
วิ่ง
approached.
ลงไปดู
They went down to the beach to have a look.
Wat Thong Lim and his wife Sirawong are on the beach with his niece and sister in front of the Sofitel resort at Khao Lak.
ความแรงของแมนต้า
It was so
คือ
powerful.
ตายอย่างเดียว
The current was that strong that you'd be killed if you hit a tree. It just carried me away and I couldn't help myself.
Hundreds of foreign tourists and local people die around him.
แต่เหมือนกับคนหนีตาย
I escaped death only because I was so determined to live. But when I got out, I knew my wife, niece and sister had not survived.
The very thing that made this such a desirable location is also what made it a death trap. The gentle, shallow shoreline here with the long reefs just offshore meant that as the tsunami hit the coastline, it rolled on top of itself, creating a monster 20-metre wave. This one stretch of beach was perhaps the worst hit in Thailand. Thousands of people died here. Some of those dragged out to sea are now caught in whirlpools.
And there was very weird currents happening within the sea. Giant whirlpools that were 50, 100 metres across, and there was cars in the water. There was cars that had their roofs ripped off.